no parking whatsoever there.
That way? Yeah, same.
And the food's on as well, and then there's like coming over there. And then 3 seats.
Hey, you done? Yes. I'm not going to
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Dorothy Labour Reserve for this round 15 clash between Alamein and Bulleen Lions. Of course, it is round 15. Alamein did lose last week to South Melbourne, it was 1-0, a late goal from South Melbourne to give them the win. And Bulleen Lions, it was a 3-2 win against Preston Lions. As things stand, it is 3rd versus 4th. Bulleen Lions and Alamein on equal points, equal goals scored, equal goals conceded, and equal goal difference. So it's battle for finals, rather. It is South Melbourne versus Heidelberg today. Of course, that does have implications at the top of the league. We will run through the lineups for the visitors. Number 1, Erin Hudson. Number 8, Sarah Kane. Number 10, Maddie Rakic. Number 13, Ava Breedis. Number 14, Yuki Sato. Number 18, Tiffany Iliadis. Number 19, Naya Saleh. Number 22, Alana Cortellino. Number 43, Annabelle Yates. And number 44, Isabella Accardo. And for the home side, Alamein. In between the sticks today, it's number 70, Miranda Templeton. Number 2 and captain, Estelle Burgess. Number 5, Jess Shilton. Number 6, Dakota Theisen. Number 8, Paige Clemenson. Number 9, Emma Runnels. Number 10, Priya Archdeacon. Number 11, Zoe Houghton. Number 16, Ash Lefevre. Number 21, Neve Dustin. As mentioned, it's Estelle Burgess captaining Alamein today, and Sarah Kane captaining the Lions. And I think that little jump of excitement is Estelle Burgess winning the toss. Her 51st game today in the NPL Women's, Estelle Burgess. Of course, it was her 50th last week. She didn't actually know it was, but she's captaining the side today. And it will be Alamein to take kickoff here at Dorothy Labour Reserve. It's underway quickly by Alamein. Neve Dustin gets the ball into the air. Saleh, Ricardo. Back to Eliadis and Kane. Oh, and here's a chance for the Lions straight away. It is offside. Shilton. Telakopoulos. By the Lions goalkeeper. Out wide to Cortellino. And Celiata bringing it out of defence. We'll be back the other way. There's Yates. It's gone out by Yuki Sato. out for a throw. A couple off. Over to Shilton. Shilton, Tolakapolos. Long by Lakapolos. And it does go to Rakic. And then it's Ricardo. And Ted Eliadis. Eliadis drives to the defence. Toss the ball through. Holly Massey. Saleh. Portolino. Back to Kane. Here's a chance for Alamein to go straight away. Shoots and crosses the ball in. Doesn't quite get there. But here's Burgess. And Saleh. Ricardo. Now. Saleh. Very long. Here's Tyson. Dustin. Retained by Cotolino. And through ball by Kane. And she's got Saleh to her side. She does go to her. She's got Burgess to beat. Burgess just gets the better of her there. It has gone out. The Bulleen Lions throw with Maddie Rakic, it seems. It's long by Burgess. Shoots it. Flying Emma Runnels, doesn't quite get there, and Eliadis knocks it on. Lefebvre. Still Lefebvre. Goes to Page Freya, Archdeacon. And Long. Back out for another throw. Of course, we'll keep you posted with that other fixture as well in round 15, South Melbourne versus Heidelberg. Of course, as we did say, it is complications at the top of the league. Depending on that result, of course, Heidelberg do sit atop the NPL Victoria table. Beautiful football there by Cortolino. Goes over to Massey. It's Cortolino with the cross. It's a great cross, and it's offside. Dorothy Laver reserve. Of course, primarily not a football pitch, rather a dog park. But we are here, of course, in the new scaffold, thanks to their major partner. Dustin with the long ball, and she does go wide for your Archdeacon. And Houston. Steve Houston. Goes wide to Archdeacon. Cuts back, beautiful cut back, and cross the ball into the middle of the park. Bounces off Emma Ronalds. It's gone long by Liardis. And will be Alamein with the throw. Dustin. Boxing that mid-field to Dustin. Long by Tyson. And out, of course. A couple of signings. Both of these sides have made. Of course, coming over from other teams in the NPL as well as teams in the A-League. Of course, Alamein has made a couple. Ashley Lefebvre joins the side with Anna Lakopoulos from Bentley Greens. Noreen the Templeton mid between the sticks from Melbourne Victory. Ruby Walsh, of course, isn't in the squad today. And that's a dangerous tackle by Holly Massey there. By Jess Shelton. She's back up on her feet. Sarah Kane standing over it. For Bulleen Lions, it looks like they've had a full team remade. Cortolino, Yates, Breeders, Mihisic, Dehadzik, Ricardo, Young, Malloy, Privatelli, Zoyce, Eliada, Sato all joined them from A-League and NPL teams, and this is sent in by Breeders. It's close for the header. Strike from distance by Massey. Oh my god, over the bar. Now it's come out of nowhere for the Lions. It's gone wide. Ash Lefebvre there, playing left back. Of course, Angela Kopoulos is playing centre back in this Alamein side, joining from Bentley Greens. Primarily there, she did play as a kind of a holding midfielder slash ball playing, deep lying CDM type of role. She's obviously playing centre back here. She has played every game since signing for Alamein. Angela Kopoulos goes to her centre back partner in Shelton. Lefebvre. It's long to find Archdeacon. Doesn't get there. And his Lions with the chance. Cortolino. It's going to be thrown by Breeders. Long by Dustin. It's a beautiful ball. Does go straight back to Sarah Kane, unfortunately. It goes to Rakic. Rakic, of course, coming over from Heidelberg. Had a really good season there, playing right back. Here's Burgess, goes back to a keeper in Templeman. Templeman long. Kane misses the header, goes over her. There's a chance for Alamein to counter. Doesn't quite get to her either. There's a couple of laid outs in this side as well. Here's Burgess to take the throw. Leah Privatelli and Paige Joyce are laid outs in this side, as well as for Alamein. Savannah Anastasopoulos, Maximilia, and Chinapti Simbala are also laid out. Now sitting next to Melbourne. Ricardo, coming over from City, of course in their fourth season in the senior women's format. Massey. Long to Massey, and he's Cortolino. Going against Shelton, and Shelton does get there physically better there in that battle. equalizer. Long by Lacopoulos. Doesn't quite get there. Massey knocks it on. Kane. And Cortolino chasing. Or Cortolino. Goes back to Sato. Sato to Accardo. So to Enabakana in Eliadis. Back to Accardo. Accardo goes long and he's Rakic. Oh, Rakic against Burgess here. Kane on to Saleh. And Rakic can chase, but Burgess again knocks it back. Clemenson knocks it on, and Burgess once again chasing. Shilton, Burgess, Clemenson now knocked it on by Rakic, and it's out for a throw. Still Burgess to take, of course. It's still Burgess. One of 3 triplets. Still Burgess, and nursed by day. And from a serious football family, of course, everyone did play football. She was a cam until she was about 14 years old, playing boys soccer. Now playing as a right back. Last pre-season, she did tear her ATFL completely off her ankle. Missed 60% of that season last year. Now, she has started every game for them this season, Alamein. And that's great by Ava Breedis in the middle of the park. And Runnels tripped Kane. And that's a great ball into the middle of the park. Does it find a head? It doesn't. And it goes long again to Saleh. And Drew just battling against it. Accardo. Nice turn by Accardo. And there's a free kick to her. Of course, on the bench for either side as well. Number 3, Kath Renahan. Number 4, Mia Bullock. Number 7, Daniela Buttress. Number 11, Anisha Sivsky. And number 21, Rosie Roger for the Lions. And for the home side, number 74, Kate Bean. Number 15, Harriet Laurie. Number 18, Matilda Laurie. Number 12, Rosie Murphy. Number 4, Maddie Van Doren. And the referee just pulled the play back in. Kane. Still Kane. Tries the through ball to Massey. Doesn't get there. But Anna Lacopoulos miskicks it. And that's a great save by Miranda Templeman. And Holly Massey could have almost put the Lions up 1-0 here at Dorothy Laver Reserve. And it will be Ava Breedis who will take corner. He's Breedis. It's great by Breedis. Near post. Headed on by Rakic. Cleared away. And again, that's Cortolino. Goes all the way back to Yates. Over the top by Yates, cleared by Burgess. And there'll be another corner for the visitors. Once again, Breeders to take. 2 arms in the air. Is the call from Breeders. It's a nice ball drilled into the middle of the park. Saleh. Runnels. Cleared by Shilton. And Heidelberg have just gone 1-0 up against South Melbourne. And South Melbourne have a red card as well in that game. Early. Since then, it is Heidelberg on top of the NPL Victoria women's competition by a clear 11 points to the lead. South Melbourne, Bulleen and Alamein, as things stand, all on the same amount of points. That's knocked on. Paige Clemenson's there. Rakic clears. Lakopolos. Knocked on by Lakopolos. Paige Clemenson. Ricardo. Estelle to take. Long throw by Estelle Burgess. Back out again, and this time it'll be Lions to throw. Rakic. Stomped by Breeders. Knocked out by Tyson. Once again. Rakic. Knocked on by Shilton. Sato. Breeders. Cortolino. So Cortolino goes on the inside. It is going all the way through. Tyson cleared. And he's Runnels. Doesn't quite get there. Clemenson knocked on and Breeders. Dustin's kicked in the chest. Kane. Clemenson. Breeders long. Here's shooting. Still shooting. Here's Zoe shooting. Still driving down the line. She's got support in the box. She does go there. Eliadis clears. Clemenson just wide. On Nasi, then on by Eliadis. Clemenson. Still Clemenson. Goes down the line. Shooting. Rakic. Burgess. In the park. Knocked on once again. Rakic and Long, who just will get there and feed the ball to Temperman. The ball alive. Came there, not quite. Half taken, dispossessed by Yates. Eliadis, Kane, Massey has Rakic to the side of her, but she goes to the middle, and here's Saleh. Off offside is the call. It was close. But it will be a free kick. Long by Lakopoulos. That's a great ball over the top to Ronald. On by Tyson. Kane. Saleh. Lakopoulos. We'll find Paige Clements in its dozen. Kane. Just a bit of miscommunication there with Rakic, but it'll be taken quickly by Ronald. Just gets the better. Also shooting, but I think that's gone out. Rakic against Clemens. Kane to Saleh, back to Rakic. He goes through Bridges, tries to get the tackle in. Does go to her defender. Gets Shilton. That's fine. Free after again. Doesn't quite get there once again. Nasi. All the way back to Ocado. Ocado drives, still Ocado. Goes to Kane. And Kane has a chance here to shoot. She goes wide to Saleh. Saleh has Bridges in front of her. Gets around one. Keeps the ball in. Puts the ball into the middle of the park. Kane. Once again. Over the bar. Lakopoulos, Bridges, Saleh. Bridges, long throw to Ronald. To Shilton. Shilton drives up against Gradis. Lefebvre. Back to Shilton. Gone back out. And it will be actually less for his throw. Knocked on by Heaton. She's got Runnels and Clements in the middle of the park. Will she go? She does cross the ball in. Cleared by Liadis. Picking up against Liadis here again. Just going out for another throw. Shooting. Kane. Freitas. Massey. Back to Bridis. Bridis sends a through ball through. Doesn't quite get to Massey. Get Templeman. Jilton. Clemenson. Bill Clemenson up against two. Rakic. Saleh. Back to Rakic. Ocado. Eliadis. Sato. Massey. Eliada shoved. Shoots in, and it'll be offside against Ellie Shooten. And Zoe shoots it. Still Zoe. Goes to Paige Clemenson. Paige Clemenson with a great ball into the box. Once again, just ushered through to Erin Hudson. Sully, headed on by Burgess. Dustin to Burgess. Still Burgess. Starting by Burgess to Shooten. Knocked on by Rakic. Shilton. Theisen. Up against Brightus. Sato. Arcado. Arcado drives. Melbourne City Youth Academy prospect. Did play a couple games in the Champions League. Is a young Matilda as well. Junior Matilda, young Matilda, all of the categories of youth football and international level. Fourth season at Melbourne City. We've got Ricardo. A funny story about her mum actually. Did steal a bunch of coffee with some Melbourne City merch one game day a couple of weeks back at Amy Park. Very apologetic. She did pay for all of it. Massey. Kane. To Cordellino. That's Yates. Brias. Ricardo. Nice cut back by Ricardo, who goes to Eliadis. Back. Templeman. Shilton. Rakopoulos. Kane. Massey. On to Brias. Cleared by Lefebvre. Dustin. Tries to get there, but it gets Tamer Runnels. Clemenson. That's a little unrackage. She does knock it down the line. It has gone out. Finds Cordellino, headed on by Lefebvre, and he's brightest. With Saleh. Still Saleh. Driving. Goes wide to Cordellino on. And this is too far of a kick. And has gone back out. Nakopoulos now. Restart play from the back. To Miller Park. To Theisen. He's dispossessed, and here's a chance for the Lions. Massey. Strike by Massey. And over the bar by Massey. Alamein now rebuilding from the back. Clemenson. Rakic. Free kick. Paige Clemenson. Breeders. They're starting the ball. Here's one of the newer players. Anila Kupalos. Knocks the ball on. Goes wide. Lefebvre. Lefebvre tries again. Dustin. Long ball by Dustin to Clemenson. Goes through the legs of Rakic. And Rakic does get the ball. And here's Sarah Kane. To Breeders. To Sato. Through the middle of Sato. To Massey. In Breeders. Rakic. Headed by Clemenson. Still Rakic. Reynolds shouts for a handball that we play on, and he's Rakic. And Breeders. They're back to goal. Strikes from distance, Breeders. Goes to the bar. Of course. Ava Breeders and Amy will want to remember in NPL Victorian women's space. Come through Melbourne Victory's A-League Women's Academy. One of the brightest young midfielders in the country. Young Matilda. Got some senior appearances in the A-League and at international youth tournaments. 1 goal and 1 assist in 6 appearances in the A-League Women's this season for Melbourne Victory, of course. Bulleen Lions. And just behind the striker. And she does it 2 goals to her name so far this season. Cardo. Rakic. Still Rakic. There's the Breeders. He's all over the park at the front of the field. Sato. 6 men in front of there. Still Sato. Has to find option. Goes to Saleh. Knocked on and he's Dustin. Rakic turns. Still Rakic. Up against Clemenson. A big free kick. A couple off the pay. It's a great ball by Lakopolos. Reynolds headers it on. Eliades gets there. He's Dustin. They're back to goal. Goes on to Lefebvre. Toss the ball in. Come back out. Eliades. Knocked on by Cozzolino, and here's Massey. Sato. Yates. Free kick once again for Alamein. Sato does get the better of it though. Dustin. Teaching slides. Cardo brings it out of the fence. And struck from distance by Dustin. Hits the crossbar. And there's a chance for a second opportunity here. Just gone back out for a keeper kick. Massey. And then the pass. Knocks it on. And Saleh gets the better of Bridges there. And Saleh's one-on-one with Templeman. Saleh! And Bridges does brilliantly there. Still Bridges. Bridges, the only player in the Australian NPL system represented by licensed FIFA intermediary with an MBA from Melbourne Business School and operating pro bono. Who better to represent her than a family member exclusively on a pro bono arrangement in her older brother John. Quite a footballer himself as well, actually, a youth NPL footballer. Played some big games with Auckland State, and that's goal! Tiffany Eliadis opens the scoring. Bulleen Lions, former South Melbourne player. Does love to score, Tiffany Eliadis. And she's back home here at Bulleen Lions. Third time she's returned to this club. Of course, a stint with Melbourne Victory in the A-League, South Melbourne, Atletico Uranense in Portugal. A move that did earn her through the Euro Pro Scouting process at Olympiacos Melbourne. Just opened the scoring in what is her second goal in the NPL Victoria Women's 2024-25 campaign. One in Bulleen Lions colours, and here's a chance for a second. Akopoulos. Massey. Villa Park to Kane. Knocks it on to Breeders. Cleared by Shilton. Rakic take the throw. And Breeders does just knock the ball out of play. It will be a goal kick. Akopoulos does like to feed the balls long, and she does do it again. Shoots and pushed over. Free kick. Eliadis, of course, traditionally a defensive midfielder, is playing centre back role, much like an Akopoulos for Alamein. Quite a shock move as well, moving over from South Melbourne, who was flying at the time, over to Bulleen Lions. So it'll be Dustin to go long. Hides a foot, Clemenson doesn't quite get there. Headed out of the line. Plays the better Ricardo. And it is a goal. And we just need confirmation on who that actually was. It wasn't pretty. Like, any goal's a goal here in the NPL Victoria. We'll be having a chat with the liner. Dustin with the free kick. Back out. Clemenson. We'll get confirmation of that goal score. And we are made aware of his brightest. It is 1-1 here, Dorothy Labour Reserve now. And a free kick. And it was cleared off the line to what then Isabella Ricardo, but it was a goal. Looks like it was potentially Lefebvre, but we will get confirmation. And here's Ava Breedis with a free kick for the Lions. We'll go herself, Ava Breedis, to the arms of Miranda Pentman. Clemenson. Kane. Saleh. Kane. Massey. Saleh. Burgess is in front of her. Again, cleared by Burgess. Eliadis. Dispossessed by Houghton. They've gone out this time. Lions throw and will be taken quickly by Yates. And then Sato through. So that's Shilton, still Sato. Goes back to Brightus. He will shoot, she won't, she'll go back to Saleh. The tackles the ball in, once again cleared by Burgess. And Rakic. Saleh. Strikes into the middle of the park to Massey. Not long left here in the first half either. If we level reserve. Yates. A couple lost clears. He's just gone out for a throw this time. Breedis. Still Breedis. Just a minute of added on time here so far. Kirkcalay Reserve 1-1. Of course, as things do stand, the ladder remains the same. Sheffield are down 1-0 against the league leaders Heidelberg. Rakic. Kane. Goes long to Saleh. Not offside. Lukopoulos cleared. Kane gets there. I think it. Matty Rakic. Back to Hudson. Again, out for a throw. Half time here at Dorothy Labour Reserve. It's 1-1. Here was a goal from Eliadis and an almost instant reply. And of course, we are unsure who actually scored for Alamein. We'll get confirmation. We'll join you in the second half. Some more NPL women's action. Alamein. Ava Breedis and Amy will want to remember in NPL Victorian women's space. Be a goal kick. And then Sato through. By Shelton, still Sato. Goes back to Breedis. Here was a goal. Neliadis and an almost instant reply. And that's half time here at Dorothy Labour Reserve. It's 1-1. And then Sato through. Reserve. Join you in the second half. Some more NPL. Bulleen Lions. So it'll be Dustin to go long. Hides a foot. Clemenson doesn't quite get there. Headed out of the line. Plays the better Ricardo. And it is a goal. Headed out of the line. Plays the better Ricardo. So it'll be Dustin to go long. Hides a foot. Clemenson doesn't quite get there. Headed out of the line. Plays the better Ricardo. And it is a goal. Of course, Matilda Laurie, former Bulleen Lions player herself, left the academy, and obviously now at Alamein, against her former side.
Yeah? I was thinking that. It's either her or Zoe. It's alright. We're back underway here in the second half. 1-1 here, of course. The goal score for Alamein is still very much up in the air. We are unsure who actually did score. Nevertheless, it is 1-1. And there's Clemenson. It's crossed by Clemenson. To Eliadis. Puts it on. And out of play. Simpson to Miller Park. Cleared by Accardo. Clemenson. Laurie. Lacopolos. Shilton. Back to Lacopolos. Here's Breedis. It's one throw by Burgess. Rakic. Oh, and it's a bit of a physical battle there. And it's a great ball through by Annabelle Yates. And here's Holly Massey up against Jess Shilton. Goes to Breedis. Great tackle. And it's not out of danger just yet. Dustin. To Laurie. Long by Laurie. No one is there. Rakic. Against Houghton. Eliadis long. Massey. Sato. Breedis. Still Breedis. We'll go from distance, save a Breedis. The arms of Templeman. Lacopolos. Long to Dustin. Headed on by Eliadis. Offside is the call. Breedis. Massey. Breedis tripped. Play on. Breedis still with the ball. Eliadis. Yates. Still Yates. Throw in to Alamein. Shelton. Runnels. Runnels. Knocked on by Templeman. Shelton. Lefebvre. Shelton. Back to Templeman. Silikopoulos now. Silikopoulos. Just out of play. Zeliadis driving out the back. Sends a through ball. Massey. Breedis on the floor. Corner. Of course, Breedis. Quite dominating our midfield. Middle for Lions. Of course, just 19 years of age, doesn't play like it. And here she is taking that corner now. Here's Breedis with the cross. Headed on by Eliadis. And just wide. The goal square and out. For a keeper kick this time, Miranda Templeman. Eliadis is on the floor. Lefebvre. That's in the long ball. Headed on by Ocado. Back out. Sent through. Lefebvre knocks on to Templeman. There's a chance for Alamein driving, but that's Ocado. Long, back the other way, offside again. Let to go out by Yates. Laurie. Lefebvre. And there's a chance. Matty Rakic sends it on to Massey. Bill Massey. Massey with the cross. Lead away. Maybe a free kick. Runnels. Newton. Zoe. Newton. Goes some distance. Once again along the floor. Eliadis. Kane. Give it to Rakic. Nakado. Long and all the way out. It's a goal. Out of nowhere. Bulleen Lions. Looks like Miranda Templeman is on the floor. It will be 2-1 to the visitors. Here at Dorothy Labour Reserve. Back up on her feet, Matilda Templeman. Good to see. Taken quickly, straight away, sent up to the park by Dustin. It's Kane. Breeders. It was indeed number 30, Holly Massey. He did get the goal for Bulleen Lions. Absolute defensive error at the back there. It is her 5th for the season, Holly Massey. Former Everton ladies player, did take part of the England national team set up for a while in youth football. Was a star at Atlanta University, 6 goals, 11 assists in her final college season over in America. So now she's got 5 goals to her name now in the NPL women's season, and that's Burgess. This is a body to get in front of the man. Will be a double substitution. Coming on is Rosie Roger, coming off 14. Yuki Sato. Coming on is Danny Boutros. And coming off number 22, Alana Cotolino. Because Rosie Rogers been with Bulleen since her junior days, re-signed in 2025, always been one of those more creative sparks in the middle field. And Danny Boutros, I mean,
Need no introduction. Danny Boutrous, named to watch, came through at Roxy Park. FB emerging. Last year represented Australia at the under-20s Asian Cup over in Indonesia. Of course, actually alongside Isabella Ricardo, who's in the same side today. Danny Boutrous with 6 goals to her name as well. The team's leading goal scorer is Ava Breedis with the corner. And it's gone straight through. Templeman struggling. Double change for Bulleen. Taken by Rakic with Breedis. Saleh. On the floor once again. He's moving to a more central role as well to make way of course, Danny Boutrous. Here is a substitute now. Roger. Boutrous. Wearing the number 7 shirt, there she is, Danny Boutrous. Here is Yates to take the throw. Still Yates. Veseliadis. Kane. Here's a chance for Alamein to capitalise. Runnels. Sends a through ball to Houghton. Gone straight through to the goalkeeper, Aaron Hudson. Ricardo. Eliadis. So Eliadis driving. Sends the ball wide. Doesn't quite get to Saleh. Will be it. Still Burgess. He does take the throw. She does take it. Clemenson. Dustin. Feeds Clemenson. Clemenson's got a Cardo to beat. Gets one touch around her and it's gone out for a keeper kick. Of course, around the grounds, those goal from Holy Massey. Does move up to second in the league. Just 9 points shy of Heidelberg at the top. Breedis. Solid. Still Breedis. Breedis again. Let's go around Licopoulos. Gets past her, and Burgess clears. And around the grounds as well, Dorandara and Spring Hills have just kicked off as well. It's 0-0 in that game. Heidelberg still remain 1-0 up against South Melbourne. Most importantly, away from home. Runnels. Clemenson. Laurie. Clemenson now. In the men's as well, Altona Magic is drawing 0-0 with Heidelberg 52 minutes into their game there. With Denzel Thunder and Echo Cannons kicking off later today. Of course, just 25 minutes on the clock here. Dorothy Laver reserve. And there's a player on the floor. Zoe Houghton. Picking back up. Roger. And that's Yates. We'll go to Kane. Cluster. Just took the ball by Laurie. Laurie on the floor.
Stamatopoulos. It's long. Chance for Rakic to clear. Massey. Breedis. Clemenson knocked on. Dustin headed and out. It'll be the throw though. Looks like there is a change getting ready to come on for Alamein as well. The double change rather, Alamein coming on. But for now, is Aaron Hudson to take the keeper kick. And long headed on by Theisen. Headed, Breidis. Dustin. And on by Theisen. Laurie. Still Laurie up against Ricardo. Eliadis. Dummy by Kane. And here's Rosie Roger. To Gates. And the line to Massey. Wrong by Roger. Cleared by Shelton. Tyson flashing it there. And here's Massey again. Outside of the boot. Curve to Boutros. It does get past one. Second. Nearly, almost. That's all again. Kicked onto the floor, but it's play on. Yates. Massey. Roger. To Massey. Knocks it on. He just clears, almost an own goal. Corner. Once again, Hugo Breidis will take. Stepped in by Breidis, headed on by Rakic. Here's Kane. Still Kane. Tricky feed in the corner of the park. Ricardo knocks it on. Out for another, this time corner. On the opposite side. Well, so there is still time. He'll be able to read us once again to take the corner. And here's Breidis. Take the corner. In by Breidis. Floater. Headed away. It'll be a free kick. Still awaiting that double change as well for Alamein. But in the meantime, Eliadis. Find Boutros. Shilton headed on. Now time for that change coming on for Alamein. It's number 22, Aaron Stamatopoulos. Coming on. Coming off is number 6, Dakota Theisen. Also coming off is Paige Clemenson, and coming on is number 12, Rosen Murphy. Rosen Murphy, of course, did spend some time at Brundara Eagles, Yarra Jets, and Heidelberg United. Aaron Stamatopoulos, of course, spending some time in America in the college system. Sitting in the middle of the park, surprisingly, Aaron Stamatopoulos, of course. A bit of all over the shop, usually. Yates. Brightus. Brightus with the quick feet tries to go back to Yates. He does, and he's Brightus. Eliadis. Massey. Brightus knocks it onto Yates and back to Eliadis. Rakic. Driving Rakic. Knocks it on. And his Butchers now who swapped wings. Turns into the park. Houghton. Long to Runnels. Knocks it on again. This time to Dustin. And his Rakic. Find Butchers on the inside. Butchers to cross. And it's out. Lokopoulos. Tyson. Just about to set here. Dorothy Labour Reserve, of course, visibility wise. Wasn't doing us any favours in the first half. That's alright. Here's Burgess. Sit on to Lokopoulos. Goes back to Templeman. Shilton is under pressure. Roger. Stamatopoulos. Lefebvre. Dustin. Back to Stamatopoulos. And here's Murphy now. Chasing Eliadis. Eliadis goes back to Hudson. Stamatopoulos knocks it on. Eliadis. Yates. Under pressure by Murphy. Stamatopoulos. Yates. Massey. Tries to find Butchers. Knocked on again. Here's Dustin. Will try feed Murphy through. He's up against two. Eliadis neds it on. Eliadis still going. And here's Shilton now. He's got to play back to a keeper. She does. Eliadis under pressure. Knocks it out of play. Massey to Butchers. Butchers strikes. Who just slides. It's Kane. Stamatopoulos. And Long. Murphy chasing again, and Eliadis is there with her. Yates. Eliadis. Back to Eliadis. Josefsky on now for the Lions. Brightus. Back to Brightus. Free kick to Alamein. Play on the floor. Looks to be Estelle Burgess on the floor, of course, the captain. It's alright. Looks like it's a head injury. It's just
taking precautionaries here at Dorothy Labour Reserve. Of course, the captain Estelle. A black belt in Taekwondo, still Burgess. A family black belts, rather, the Burgess family, of course. One of 3 triplets, has an older brother, John. Football family, very sporty family, all black belts. Some of them in attendance today, I think. Of course, the other 2 siblings are overseas. She's here. Xanastopoulos. Stamatopoulos. Just floats it through, and Yates gets the better of it. And Bridges is back up. And Josefsky's entered the pitch. Of course, came through the ranks of Boxer, Len Burundara. And here's Buttress. Cleared by Shilton. Here's Kane. Through ball to Buttress. Cleared once again by Lefebvre. Shooting now. It's a nice Josefsky, of course. 23-year-old, 3 goals this season. Playing out wide, of course, complements a game of Danny Buttress quite well. Shilton over to Lakopoulos. Lakopoulos goes. Laurie. Buttress has support in the box. Goes to Massey. He knocks it on to Breedis. Finds Yates. Josefsky crosses. Headed on. Once again in his Buttress. The chance. Shouts for a handball, and there is. And it's a penalty for Bulleen Lions. And Anna Lakopoulos is not happy with that decision there. It will be Danny Buttress to take the club's leading goal scorer this season. Danny Buttress. Up against Templeman. He's Buttress. Straight down the middle, and it's a goal. 3-1 to the Lions. And it's the 7th goal for the season for the 18-year-old Daniela Buttress. And it's Buttress. And Buttress gets around 2. Tries to get around the 3rd, and Lakopoulos. Shilton.
There's Holly Massey. Here's Maddie Rakic. There's a chance now for Alamein to decrease the deficit. Of course. Kane up against Dustin. Runnels tripped. That's a yellow card for Maddie Rakic. It's a free kick for Alamein. Neve Dustin lining over it. The referee having some words with the wall there. Of course, they are inside the box. Neve Dustin, you would think, would just lob it over. She does. Cleared by Rakic. And once again out this time. A throw. Lefebvre. Murphy. Damatelopoulos. Breedis. Breedis. Try and go for it. Phil Breedis gets around 2. Kane. Josefsky. To Roger, down to Josefsky. Shilton just pushes it out. Once again, another throw, and there's a change getting ready for Alamein again. Runnels, long pass to Damatelopoulos, and here's Murphy to decrease the deficit. Keeper's come out, rounds the keeper. Great save by Aaron Hudson. Sent into the park and cleared. Here's Shilton. Free kick. There's Shilton, of course. It's coming over from 3 Kings United in Auckland. Neve Dustin will take it, though. Everyone up for Alamein. It's drilled into the box, headed on by Runnels once again into the arms of Hudson. And that Burundara Eagles versus Spring Hills game is still 0-0 going into half time. Heidelberg United have also just gone 1-0 up against Altona Magic in the men's. And they remain 1-0 up against South Melbourne women's, of course. So as things do stand, Bulleen Lions do move to second place in the NPL women's table. Coming off, it's number 2, Stel Burgess. For Alamein, the captain. And coming on, it's Harriet Laurie. Close out the last 5 minutes of this game. Because 3-1 is the score. There's also another change. Going off is the injured Isabella Arcado. And coming on, it's number 4, Mila Bullock. Of course, Mila Bullock, the 20-year-old, came over from FE Academy this season in Shilton. Bill Shelton knocks it on. Here's Murphy, doesn't quite get there. Yates. Yates. Put it on to Massey. Jaszewski. Jaszewski just runs it out. Took Shilton off the ball. And it's going to be free kick. And the yellow card to Anaïs Jaszewski. On Balakopoulos. Bridus. Yates. Dustin. Back to Yates. Needs a chance, Zoe Houghton. Cross the ball into the middle of the park. Cleared by Sarah Kane. Dustin. Darren Hudson will get us away after that slight halt in play. So let's knock it on. To Breedis to Zed. To Laurie. Houston. Eliadis. On. Rakic. Shooting. Still shooting. Puts the ball into Miller Park, tries to find someone it doesn't. But a strike from distance again and some far post by Matilda Laurie.
fourth official has indicated there will be a minimum of 4 minutes added on to this clash here between Alamein and Bulleen Lions. Of course, 3-1 is the score. And there will be another change coming off for Alamein. It's Neve Dustin. Coming on is Maddie Van Doren. Seems like a bit of a last hurrah effort as well. Ash Lefebvre has just gone all the way up. His Buttress headed on, cleared. And strike from distance, that's great by Sarah Kane. And it's a great save by Templeman. Kane again, lobs it over to Massey. To Brightus. To Massey. To Rakic. Kane to Rakic. Tries to go herself. Slots the ball through to Jasewski, who's offside. It's just 2 minutes added on so far of the remaining 4 for additional time. Headed. Lefebvre. Goes wide to Murphy. Murphy has Yates to beat. Still Murphy. Doesn't have many options. She does go to Ash Lefebvre. And tries to go through the middle. Here's Roger. Just gets the better of her there. Van Doren, the substitute. Sends it in. Let's find Lefebvre. Shilton. Stamatolopoulos. Lokopoulos. Knocked on, and here's Buttress. Lokopoulos. Still Lokopoulos. Roger. Stamatolopoulos. Drive from distance by Stamatolopoulos. Lokopoulos heads. Laurie. It's gone out once again. Alamein throw. Lefebvre. Stamatolopoulos. Shilton. To Van Doren and out. Will be Yates to take. And not long left here. And Dorothy Laver. And Doran heads it on. Murphy goes over the top of her. Yates to Massey. Shilton. Knocked out, keeper kick. And that's full time here at Dorothy Laver Reserve. 3-1 to the visitors, Bulleen Lions. On a day that started in quite slow progression. The opener scoring was Tiffany Eliadis. It was an equalizer from an unknown goal scorer from Alamein. And then 2 goals.
Number for Alamein? Score?
16.
And it was confirmation of Ash Lefebvre, who did score that Alamein goal to equal the scoring. And then a penalty by Danny Buttress. And then a Holly Massey goal to make it 3-1 to the visitors. Move into second place in the NPL women's table. Alamein Ross Papadakis. Thanks for joining me on this Saturday afternoon, this sunny Saturday afternoon. We'll be back next week for more NPL women's actions. The men's have a week off due to Cup weekend. Stay tuned for information regarding that. As Heidelberg take on Nunawading and South Melbourne take on Avondale. Alamein Ross Papadakis. This is the NPL Victoria YouTube channel.